Hey guys, you want to hear my thoughts on a new palette that just hit the shelves? It's the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I'm going to talk about this palette a little bit, kind of tell you what I think, kind of first impressions of it. I'm going to show you some swatches, and I'm going to do a look at the end of the video. So stay tuned. Of Beverly Hills. I've heard from other people's videos that this is the same formula as the Modern Renaissance, and as long as it took me to buy that palette, I can't even believe it took me that long, but because I like it so much, and I'm really hoping I like this one just as much. So let's get into the unboxing and the nitty-gritty details of it all. So this palette was $42, I believe. It's this kind of, well, you can see the color. I'm not good at describing colors. Not my favorite color, but I do really like the colors of some of the shadows inside the palette. Let's see, what else should I tell you? All right, let's just get into taking it right out of the box. So it has the same kind of velvety texture, velvety packaging as the Modern Renaissance palette. I can't say that that's my favorite packaging because it does get dirty, but you know, it works. It's a nice size palette. It has a nice magnetic closure here. You can see the little ribbon here to lift it up. And there went the brush and the paper. So as you can see, there is a nice mirror on the back here. And then this brush, I rarely ever use these brushes. I should give it a go. And then here are the beautiful shadows. I hope they're as beautifully pigmented and work as well as they look in the pan. But you get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mattes it looks like, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 what looks to be shimmer, and a couple of those look almost like they have a little glitter in them. Like, look at that sultry. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but it looks like in bronze too. But okay, let's dive into the swatches. I'm gonna go top row. To me, it's left to right. I don't know what it's going to be for you on the camera, but I'm starting from the lightest, going to the darkest, and then I'll do the bottom row too. Okay, so here we have Tempera, Glistening, Orange Soda, and Rose Pink. And then we have Sultry, Bronze, and Mulberry. And here we have Dusty Rose, Fairy, Burnt Orange, and Sienna. Are Rustic, Cypress Umber, and Noir. Alright guys, let's jump into this. I'm going to start with Tempera, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. I'm using this as like a base shadow, essentially, even though there's a bit of sheen to it. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take orange soda and I'm going to run that through my crease with a Wayne Goss. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit smaller crease brush. This is the Makeup Geek brush. I'm going to take Dusty Rose and I'm running that through my crease as well. Alright guys, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with Rose Pink here, and I'm using the brush that came in the palette, and I'm putting Rose Pink on my lid. I don't quite go all the way into my inner corner because I feel like that closes my eyes up too much. So, yeah. And I am getting fallout here, you can see probably. So, I think it's probably the brush. Now I'm going to take Sultry and put that on the outer third of my eye. I think the brush is probably what is causing so much fallout. I just feel like this brush doesn't pack the color enough, but it works well. It works well enough is what I'm trying to say. Then I'm just going to flip the brush over and kind of dab between those two shades so there's not like a stark, and dip a little bit back into Rose Pink too, just so there's not like a stark line between those two shades. I'm going to take the other end of this brush and just blend over that stuff. Sienna. And then I'm going to go into Mulberry, I think. Starting with Sienna. I definitely like this end of the brush more than this end of the brush. So I said I was going to use Mulberry, but I'm actually going to use Cypress Umber and a very small Wayne Goss brush. This is going into my crease just to deepen it up even more. Yep, that's the shade I wanted. Now I'm going to take a MAC 224 and just blend away. I'm using both windshield wiper motions, and I'll also switch it up and do circular motions as well. Just pretty much in that crease area to blend out the crease. I love that this palette has a black. This is called Noir. And I'm going to take a MAC liner brush and line my upper lash line. I will say, make sure you tap this off. It's very pigmented and it will transfer because I have hooded lids. So yesterday when I did this, I got black like up in this area here. So hopefully I can avoid that today for this video. Okay, I'm going to clean up all of the fallout that I have here. I would definitely recommend using I would recommend doing your eyes before your foundation and any of that, because look at this fallout. But I'm not mad at it. So, and I always do my foundation second. Like I always do my eyes first and my foundation second. So let's wipe this away. I'm gonna do some shadows on my under eye, my lower waterline, and I'm just gonna start with burnt orange. Burnt orange here on a MAC pencil brush. And then I'm gonna go over that with Dusty Rose. Here's the look. I think I'm going to attempt a pretty much all matte look today, just using a lot of the browns. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm taking Tempura, which is the lightest shade in the palette. It's not completely matte, but it's close. It has just a little bit of a sheen to it. Just running that all over, up to the brow bone. And then I'm going to take a Wayne Goss and Orange Soda right here. Run that through my crease. See how I do with my right hand today. I'm a lefty. Then we're gonna go in with the MAC brush and burnt orange right here. And as I said when I wasn't recording, I'm just going from lightest to darkest and building up, creating that matte eyeshadow look. I can't do it with my right hand. Oh. There we go, that's better. Okay, then I'm taking the Anastasia brush and sienna right here. I'm gonna run that through my crease, obviously. That's what I'm doing here. Then I'm going to take the Wayne Goss 04 and I'm going into Rustic. Where are you? Rustic? Yep, right here. Rustic I feel is just a little bit cooler than the other shades in this palette. And then lastly, I'm taking a small Wayne Goss brush. This is the 05. And I'm taking Cypress Umber. And just keeping that in the very outer third of my, what would be my crease area if I didn't have hooded lids. And then taking the trusty MAC 224, I'm just gonna blend with windshield wiper motions and circular motions, just blend it all together. These shadows already blend really nicely together, so it's not too much work. And then lastly, I'm gonna line my upper lash line with Noir. I love that this palette has a black in it. I'm so pleased with that. Okay, now I'm gonna curl my lashes, slap on some mascara. Hopefully I don't make a big old mess on this eye. I'll be a little bit more careful. This is the Lancome Monster Big. I love this mascara. And I'm gonna just do a little cleanup under my eyes. I'm going to switch to this eye to show you what I'm doing with my under eyes, but I'm just gonna run maybe 1 or 2 shadows underneath there. I think I'll do Rustic. Okay, when I return, I will have the rest of my face done and I'll show you the finished look. All right, guys, this is the finest. This is the finished look. I'm wearing Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. I am wearing Too Faced bronzer in Milk Chocolate. I am wearing NARS Orgasm Blush, and for highlight, Champagne Pop by Becca and Jaclyn Hill. Oh, Laura Mercier Spiced Rose Lipstick. I'm going to zoom you in for one final close look of the eyeshadows. Alright, you guys, I have another look for you using the Soft Glam palette, so let's just jump into it. Okay, my eyebrows are on, my lids are primed, and you will see here that I have this side done and ready to go. This is such a simple look, but it's really pretty, so let's jump into it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brush that it came with, the fluffy end, and I'm going to dip into Dusty Rose and run that through my crease. Next, I'm just going to take my finger and go into glistening and pat that on my lid. I'm also going to take a brush here too, but I'm starting with my finger. Now I'm taking the Wayne Goss brush. This is 03, I think. The number wore off. And just patting that on my lid. And then the third shade I'm going to use with this Wayne Goss brush is Cypress Umber. Right here. And I'm just keeping that on the outer third of my crease area. Just like that. It's pretty simple. And then I'm going to dip back into Dusty Rose and just blend over that with that fluffy Anastasia brush. Alright, I'm going to line my upper lash line with some Noir. Curl borrow this set of lashes and put on some mascara. I call it this set of lashes like they aren't my own. I'm not wearing false lashes. These are my lashes. I'm going to curl this eye. And Lancome's Monster Big Mascara. I'm just going to take a pencil brush, this is MAC, dip into Dusty Rose, and run that under both lash lines. Alright you guys, this is the final look. Now let me tell you what I have on the rest of my face today. So for foundation, concealer, it's the same that I always wear. Makeup Forever Ultra HD, Matte Pro Longwear in NW15. The stick foundation is in 117. For bronzer today, I used Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow Multicolor in 02. I don't know if this specific bronzer is still available, but I'm sure something similar to it is. I've just had this in my collection for so long, and I still haven't hit pan on it. For blush today, I used MAC's Breath of Plum. An oldie but a goodie. It's very pretty. For highlight, I used Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder Highlight 01. And then what's on my lips, kind of the star of the show, is MAC's Amplified Lipstick in Up the Amp. I haven't worn this baby in a long time, but I love it. It used to be like my signature lipstick, and I just love it. I love like the purple and pink combo that I've got going on with my shirt. And you guys, I really like this palette. I think it's definitely worth the money. I believe I've mentioned that it's $42. It's just so nice. You can get so many looks out of it. You can get a nice like daytime look. I feel like this is a good daytime look that I'm wearing today. And you can totally smoke it up with some of these deeper shades down in here. You got some nice options for your lids, like glistening, like I wore today, or rose pink if you're my skin tone. If you're deeper, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to follow the rules, but for my preference, I don't like to put a super dark lid color on my lids. So I think this would be a beautiful palette for bridal makeup, which we're getting into wedding season here. So yeah, great palette. Again, don't love that my packaging is already dirty. Anastasia, why? But that's like my biggest beef with both this palette and the Modern Renaissance. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!